Good afternoon. It's 3:15 Eastern Time, almost 8:15 GMT in the UK. So just a quick trade review for today. On my screen is the MES S&P index futures for the 1 hour time frame, and this morning we were looking at some levels. The levels we picked up was this break and retest area here at 44.24. and this high risk rejection 44.39, and I said in my video I wasn't really considering that one and that one because it was too high risk, and the one I really wanted was this level up here 44.81 for a push up and a rejection back down, or my other grade A plus plan should I say, would have been the break and retest of this 44.24. And as you can see from the hourly chart, these levels were instrumental today pretty much. This one maybe not, but this one definitely, and that's the one I took, which I'm going to go into right now. So on the 5-minute time scale, we are looking at the pen again. So during the open, it was 8 AM when I was talking about it in the video. It was here, I think I finished the video about there, and it was putting in this higher high, higher low, pushing up. So this area was off the cards. It's too close to the open, and I wasn't interested in shorting it, nor was I looking for a break and retest because it was just too close to the open. And I'm trying not to trade the first 10 minutes or so of the open because it's always very volatile. And as you can see, we whipped down, we whipped up, we whipped back down again, and it needed a bit of time just to settle in, and it eventually did settle in, and it looked like it was putting in this wedge pattern, and it did break the wedge, pushed up, but it rejected the highs and we came back down again. So all this time I wasn't in a trade at all. I could have considered this double top, but it was too close to the open. It wasn't part of my plan, and I only want to trade my plan and my levels. What I did do just after I finished the video, the live video this morning, I put a limit order in at 44.24 exactly, and I left it there all day, and eventually it came down. It literally came in, touched my limit order, triggered me in, and it pulled up, which is a great push. I considered adding, and I did add when it came back down to this area. It wasn't back at this area, it should have been there, because that would have been a great add. I think I added as it pushed down and poked up about there. So my add was there, my entry was there. So my average position was about there, and that was it. I didn't want to risk any more, so I took my first. I only had 2 contracts because I had a red week last week, so I'm reduced the number of contracts I trade today. I just want to get back into the swing and the flow of things again. So, and I wanted a win to start the day, and this was the win to start the day. It was a brilliant win. So my first out was there, and then my remaining contract of ES or MES was as we pushed up, and I was looking for this area here, which is 44.46 area, and I think I got out probably a little bit too early. My out was just before that area about there, so it wasn't too bad, and in fact it was a little bit earlier than that because I remember it's on the tails of these 2 candles, so my out was there. And an analogy I'm trying to remember now is that I want to try and take the main meat of the move rather than just, or for example in a fish, this was the head of the fish here, and then we had the body of the fish here, and this is the tail of the fish. And I'm always really concerned, I'm always really trying to anticipate my trade, trying to get the head of the fish, want to get out on the tail of the fish, and that doesn't really help at all because I'm always trying to get reversals and trying to get reversals at the head and tail. So this is the main area, this is where the proportion of the trade was, and that's exactly what I did today. So pleased the way I traded. I was very patient, and I would have quite have easily come into here, tried to short, or I probably would have shorted down this. There's no confirmation, but it's far too volatile. And a double top here I considered for another short as well, But when we got down to here, look at it just chopping around, and look how nasty these tails are. Even here, the alarm bells was here actually. As soon as I saw these tails, I knew it wasn't for me. And this level which was watching at 44.40 was just, it was too close to the open. It's just too whippy. But it did, the level we put in before market was dead bang in the middle of it. So you know, there probably was a bit of a play there somewhere, but it wasn't for me. Not in my plan. You know, I was looking for a break and rejection, but a clean break and rejection, and this wasn't. And obviously the other level in play was this. The strength of it was also because it's on the 5-minute 200 moving average as well. And looking at volume as well, we had this sell-off here. So we saw this decrease in volume, and then we saw a little bit of an increase in volume for these two candles. And if we look at here, we saw this big volume here, which potentially could have been ending volume, which was that one there. So potentially that was the ending volume, indicating that we had ending volume here. And like all like oil tankers at sea, when it wants to turn around, it's not just going to do in and turn around immediately. It needs time. So the market needs time just to come in, mop up any existing orders. Had another one here, and then we had a decline in volume on this pullback. So it still looked a little bit weak at this point. And so even though I got in here, it was kind of against the run of play, because we had an uptrend there, and then we had a bit of a downtrend here, putting in higher high and lower high, lower high, lower low, lower high, another lower low. But you know, levels are levels, and they're there for a reason. If we didn't take them, then you know, we won't be trading supply and demand. But on hindsight, maybe, even though I got triggered in there because it's a limit order, maybe my entry would have been a safer entry there, or possibly here. So as it came back down for the retest of this level, this is probably the safest entry just here. Getting in just as it broke above that candle on this candle push up for this run here. And at the moment, look at that, we're going sideways still even further. So not far off where well, in fact we're down for the day. We opened there, and yeah, we're down for the day. So that's it really. So patience was the key today, and that is something I was really patient. Normally I'm quite impatient as well. So I took one trade, one add, and one win. Okay, appreciate you watching this video. Just quickly, I'm going to have a look before I go. I want to look at oil, because I've not looked at oil yet. And how's that? Not done much as well. So we had, in fact, it did break out of that level, which it was it touched that level there, touched it there, pushed through there. But each time we said it looking, I said earlier, we had this double bottom from last week, and then we had this from Friday, which is looking pretty bullish as well. And it's put in another high. So we've got a double bottom, a pullback, and then this is the break of that area. So the next move up will, if we break through that level at 88.7, then potentially, let's look at the 60-minute. Okay, 60-minute the daily. So potentially we can go ahead and probably start targeting that pivot there for a push up. So if we push above there, which is 82, maybe a break and retest that area could be our next area to watch for, and then looking to break the top as well at 84.40. Okay, so that's it. Hopefully you had a good day's trading, and I will speak to some of you soon. Thanks for watching.